Dum, 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 dum,
Chubbin.
dum, dum,
Got to it, huh?
dum, dum,
Thank you for reminding me.
dum,
Got to it, you know?
dum,
Space between.
Why, hello, everyone. This is the Space Between podcast where we talk about the space between life and art. I'm pissed right now. Passion and business. What's happening now and what's happening next. I'm Pat Shand.
I'm Amy Shand.
I for real got pissed today, though.
Same.
Oh
my God, yeah.
So listen.
You tell the story. Okay. You tell the story of your rage.
And this shit that you don't even know. I told you part of it, but like there's more details, you know?
And then I'll tell you the story of my rage.
Yeah, so listen. Today, I am beginning shipping the Kickstarter rewards for Gangster Ass Barista. So shout out to those who supported that campaign. I had a few last minute items to print because for the items that I can print locally, I print locally. You know, I choose a spot down by me, and usually I get them day of. But since we had a busy weekend, I dropped them off on, I think Shannon and I dropped them Thursday, and left them over the weekend for them to be done by today. And I'll just say, it's usually done by a younger man. However, the owner, an older guy, handled this order. And I went in and I told the lady, who I believe is his wife.
It's like a family business.
Yes.
So usually you deal with the son who is like about your age.
I don't think it's the son.
Oh, okay.
I think he just hired
Employee.
out there. Yeah, so what happened was I got a call 3 times since dropping the order off from the old guy, asking what files I wanted to be printed. And I know that the lady wrote down the folder name on the sheet. Every time he called, he said to me, just the one that says space between. And, oh, can you get her down? Mm-hmm. I said to him, no, that is a PowerPoint file. I want the print and the bookmark, and that's it. And then later, don't worry about it. Just leave it.
Okay. Go ahead, I'll be right back.
What an asshole our cat Chi-Chi is, you know? See, now I'm getting pissed, you guys. I'm starting to fucking... If you see steam shoot out of my ears and blast my wife in the face, you know what the fuck happened. Getting pissed. So, I sent the print shop at the last minute, right? I sent them last night a menu to print too, because I had forgotten that I hadn't gotten that printed through the other company that I do mail orders from, right? So I ordered it and I said it needs to be under 10 inches tall. The rest doesn't matter. I'm not particular. Now, I already covered what I thought was the basics. Since this was the older couple, you know, I said to the woman when I first dropped the order off, I said, don't stretch these, just crop them to the proper size when you print them. Now, that isn't a thing I would even normally think to say, but just I've had problems in the past. The company Cat Print, hey, used to be great. Used to be so good, Cat Print, right? I chose them because 1, recommendation, 2, beautiful name, Cat Print. Mm-hmm. We're a cat family, right? So, Cat Print, the first order of... This is a little side story. Cat Print, the first order that they sent me, oh, beautiful. They cropped to the right size. Okay. Second order, right? I received them, shipped them out, and then the artist, Manuel, of the print said, hey, these prints that I received are a bit stretched. And I looked, ooh, hark, they're stretched. Thanks, Cat Print. Of course they wanted you to crop them. Why would I want a professional art piece stretched?
Yeah.
Why would I ever want that? So at this mom and pop print shop, I did specify to the lady, don't stretch them. However, in my head I was like, I don't need to say this, but I said it anyway. I said, don't stretch them, right? So I received 3 calls clarifying the order from the old man. I'm getting worried, you guys. But Amy said she heard me on the phone speaking to him because I had him on speakerphone because my phone's very low.
Yes.
Amy said to me that she thought I held it together nicely because he was asking questions that I think that you would have found annoying, you said?
Yeah, I was impressed with the way that you were handling the phone call because we were on our way to the city and it was like our day off and we were out and about, so you didn't really have the information in front of you. You're just trying to guide him through what he was looking at.
Yeah, and what I was saying was just match the last order. The bookmark, make it like that. The print, make it like that. Right? So, and then when I sent the menu, my thought was, okay, under 10 inches and don't stretch. That's all I need to say. And cardstock, right? So then he called again this morning and said the same thing. Is it just the space between file? And I was like, no, that is a PowerPoint, right? Print and bookmark. That's it. He said, okay, got it. Didn't have it. So I called hours later. It's getting close to closing time, and I'm ending my errands. So I called him like, please, I just need a time. So I asked him, hey, do you have a time when I could pick up the order? And he said, it's ready now. And in my head, I'm like, well, you should have told me that,
Definitely.
sir. You should have told me, you know? I could have gotten that. I prolonged my errands. Could have gotten it, but I prolonged the errands.
Ooh, if
waiting
that
for
was
the
like
call.
my car or something, I'd be so pissed off.
Yeah, so I'm already a bit like, I'm feeling a bit disrespected, okay? But I go in calm. I like this shop. I plan to keep going, right? So he hands the order. The print looks good, a bit bigger than I thought it would be. The bookmark looks good, a bit bigger than I thought it would be. But I'm like, I accept this, right? I accept
Because
this.
it doesn't look wonky, right? It's like,
Right. And then comes the menu.
oh gosh.
It's large. Granted, not taller than 10 inches, but this was printed and designed, it was designed, not printed, to be a thinner menu, right? Instead, it's been expanded. It's been stretched.
No. Remember back to the story. Don't stretch.
It said don't stretch. I said that to the lady who I think co-owns the shop, right? So I had already given him my card as I'm looking at this because I've printed here multiple times. I do trust them. So he scans it and I sign it and I'm just looking at it at the stuff. I was like, whoa, this order is stretched, right? And he said, yeah. So at first I'm like, oh, this is gonna be easy, right? It's gonna be easy to fucking fix. I
Now
said,
that you're here, especially.
right. I said, not stretched. It's stretched. Of course redo it, right? That's what I thought. So I tell him that I asked for it to not be stretched. He said, not to me on the phone. And I was like, oh, now I get the fucking sense that we got some trouble on our
The
hands,
steam
right?
starts to trickle.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I'm not even pissed yet. In my head, I'm like, oh, I'll explain this. So I said, oh, I told the woman who works here, I think your wife, that I don't want these stretched. I want them cropped. And he said, well, I called you a couple times and you didn't say it to me. And I'm like, well, you didn't ask that.
And plus, do you not work together?
Right.
The two of you.
I said, you didn't ask that, so I didn't say. And he said, well, I didn't ask, you didn't say, whose fault is it? And I said,
You said that?
yeah. I said, oh, no, it's your fault because I said it to someone else. And he said, but I did the order. And we're going back and forth now, and he begins to say these...
Oh, my God.
He's explaining things in a very, very drawn-out way, saying that if the file is a certain size... He said, it's a huge file. And I'm like, yeah, it's high res so we can print it. He said, no. It's a very tall file, so I had to make it bigger on the sides to make it fit your specs. And I said, I'd never said to match the print size with this. All I said, less than 10 inches, don't stretch it. I'm not particular. Cardstock. It's on cardstock. Less than 10 inches. It's stretched, so I'm getting fucking particular, okay? Okay? But still, I'm not pissed. There, I'm taking it easy, okay? And
If
then
I was there, I would be livid at this point. Oh, my God.
he apologizes, and he says, okay, I'll give you a refund. And I'm like, I say, oh, you don't need to give a refund. And at that point, the younger guy, Miles, he walks in. So I'm like, we'll just have Miles redo it. And he said, no, we're not going to redo it at this point. And I said, oh, but I need these files today. And then we keep going back and forth. He doesn't want to redo it because he said that he'll lose out. And then he starts going on this long rant explaining why I should have told him again on the phone that it wasn't stretched, and I should have known that she didn't write it down.
Oh my God.
And he's just going on. I'm trying to interject one point. I have one more point to make, and then I'm done. And then my idea is, okay, I'll say this, and if he doesn't agree with what I'm going to say, he's not reasonable. But he wouldn't stop talking. He kept talking. So I feel the rage. I've been keeping it down. I feel the rage, and I can't help myself. I slam like a fucking karate kid trying to break 3 decks of wood. I'm not proud of this. I slammed my fist on his counter. And I said, let me make 1 point. So he said, okay, get out. He said, get out. We don't deal with that kind of stuff here. And I said, let me say 1 sentence. And he said, no, you're having a temper tantrum. And I said, no. You not letting the customer speak is you having a temper tantrum. Let me say one thing, and then I'll go if you don't agree. And he said, okay. So I said, I run a company. I send out books. If one of the people who works under me that I pay sends out the wrong book to a customer, and that comes back to me, I'm the one who loses out, and I send the new book out. Wasn't my fault to begin with, but someone who I work with made a mistake, and me, as the head of the company, it's my duty
And
to
your
fix it.
responsibility to like right the wrong.
And he said, he said, you make a good point. And then he said, I forget the details because my mind was going crazy at this point. But we talked it through, and I was like, listen, if you want, finish the order. You'll never see me again. And he said, well, there's just no need for the anger over it. And I said, well, I'm sorry for that. I don't think I should have done that, but I'll say this. I don't feel I was being heard, and I wasn't even allowed to say the point that you ended up agreeing with. Mm-hmm. And he said, well, I don't think I was being heard either, but you did say that one thing that I did agree with, so we're going to redo the order, and we'll end this as friends. And he shakes my hand. So I'll say one thing. And then later on, just to get the full picture, because I think that we were both in the wrong. I think I shouldn't have slammed to get my point across. I do think that I would have never been able to say my point if I hadn't slammed, and I wouldn't have gotten my shit at all. Mm-hmm. I would have been fucked today. But if I could go back, wouldn't slam. But at the same time, he did, I feel, recognize that he was shutting it down in a way that was wrong because he ended up agreeing with my point. What I appreciated for him, which I wouldn't have done, because the truth is that people who run businesses have their bottom line in mind, right? He was thinking, oh, if I do this order, I am going to lose out. I get him not wanting to do it. However, he did come out later and say, he asked me what I do, and he said, I was just sitting back there thinking, and I don't know how we got to where we were. And I was like, well, I think that we were both, and he said, digging in, huh? And I was like, yeah. So you know what? I do appreciate for him. I appreciate that. If I were him, and even if I had recognized that I were wrong at that point, if someone slammed on my shit in my business, I wouldn't have gotten to where he got to. That would have been it, right? Yeah. If someone slammed and yelled, and I said the same thing to Amy because Amy said, what is he, a bouncer? But I feel like that she's saying that because she loves me, you know? Because the truth is, if Amy was working and someone slammed and said something to her, even if Amy was wrong, Amy's always wrong, you know? Just kidding. She's actually...
On the rare occasion
that Amy would be wrong. Even if that was happening and a customer had the fucking Shandian audacity to slam their fist on a counter and rebut in an aggressive manner as I did, I would be on their ass. Okay? I'd say bend over. I'm here. And you're out. I'd say get out. I'd be him.
Stand by that.
Yeah. I'd be fucking Jordan Peele in this bitch. Get out. Okay? But at the end, we did seem to come to an understanding. I just, now I don't know if I'm going to go back there.
That's what I was going to say. Like, the weirdest part now to me is, like, are you going to go back there?
Well, here's the thing.
Because they're so close.
Yeah, because he recognizes, and I recognize too. Even though I told the story, I went through the aggression as I told the story because I didn't want to spoil the peace treaty at the end, right? So what I don't know is about going back there, because if I do go back there, we're gonna have to be best friends, you know. Like, we've gone through something together.
Now you guys have history.
Now we're going to have to be best friends. We have comments from Steve Lightman, who says, I'd have his job by then.
That's what I was laughing at.
And Zach O'Connor says, welcome back to live stream. Hey, thank you very much. Yeah, we didn't live stream the last episode, which was the Afterglow commentary. Because for the commentaries, we like to just have the background as the book image to kind of promote that, right? But yeah, that was my anger story today. And I'm just thinking, like, I gotta start fucking twisting the dro, you know?
Is that why you posted that?
That's why I posted that. I almost posted, just had some beef at the print shop. I gotta start twisting the dro.
But you kept it simple.
I kept it simple, you know, because I don't want everyone to know this shit. I want you guys who rock with us and who can hear the whole full story. Because I don't fuck with that Twitter shit, you know? I saw this post by Erica Schultz the other day. She is a writer who actually, she wrote a short story for Destiny New York Volume 2. She wrote the amazing song story. So, she made this amazing tweet. She said, I don't understand what 99% of you are talking about 100% of the time. And I agree with that. I don't know what the fuck comics Twitter is talking about. I don't know what the fuck comics Facebook is talking about. Hey, who are you guys? Who are you guys? What are you talking about? Like, I'm not in the conversation. Don't know what any of it means. I don't. I'm lost. So I have been trying to limit my tweeting to a very, very straightforward, jokey type shits. Because the truth is, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. At all. How's your day?
It was good. It was well, it's done, my work day, so that's good. But I was irritated today, and I was raging at work.
Yep.
And I've been raging at work today and yesterday because I feel like, I don't even know. It's hard to explain. There was just a kid covering a shift today from another store, and he's brand new to the company. And I just don't like, I don't know what it is about me. I'm just, like, innately, I guess, competitive. Or, like, I just don't like any form of, like, disrespect to me, like, at work. Especially
me neither.
to my face. I don't know. So, like, in the middle of his shift, he said one thing to me and my friend Tommy, who I was working with. And it pissed me off so bad that, like, the first half of my day was great. It was so fun. I was having a blast. I was working with my friends, and I didn't give two shits who else was there.
Okay.
And then he says, like, you guys have a complex about how, like, we're acting like we, like, own the place or something.
Can you do it? Like, can you give the inflection that he gave? I'm having a hard time picturing it.
I don't know. He was just waiting for his drink on the other side, and he was on his break.
Like,
and he was just, like, kind of, like, half laughing, but not really. He's like, you guys have a complex when you work together. And I was like, what? We get along?
Ooh, I'm steaming.
And he's like, no, I don't know what it is. That's what he said.
I'm
or like,
fucking
it's not that.
steaming.
And yeah, the whole rest of the day, I'm just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I was being really rude to him openly the whole rest of the day. Huge bully I am.
Do you know what I call that kind of shit? Too familiar.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No. Hey, make jokes about me when you know more about me.
Yeah.
Okay?
Exactly.
I'll tell you something. Amy is such that if you're joking around with her about her and you're close to her, she eats that shit up.
Totally.
I shit on
I
Amy.
do it to myself all the time.
All day, she shits on me back.
Dude, go ahead.
Fucking two spit. Me and Amy, I'm a Euro, she's a gyro, okay? the two coasts, you know? No, you're the Euro, I'm the gyro.
Yeah.
We're just fucking spit roasted in this house, okay? But if you don't know her and you're trying to hoist her onto the fucking Euro spit, bitch, what do you think you're doing?
Exactly. I'm just so easily irritated. And, like, it's hard to get me back from there. I'm just like, that's it. I'm done. But, like, I poke fun at myself when it's people that know me, like my friend Sam at work and stuff. Today, I literally went to him because remember the Office episode we watched with the roll call song?
Yeah, of course.
I went to Sam this morning.
Yeah, oh my God.
Because he saw me being super rude yesterday to people who I thought were being like, because it really bugs me to be like really nasty at work and like wet and like sticky. So it irritates me. So I see who and I know who's doing it. And it makes me feel like they're not trying. And so I'm just like, ooh. So I was being mean. So I go to Sam this morning and I just go, Shabuya, yeah, Shabuya, roll call. And I go, my name is Amy. Yeah, I keep it clean. Yeah, and if you don't, yeah, I'm really mean. Yeah, like that.
That's perfect.
So, and then Sam started laughing and he's like, that's a
I'm
good
impressed.
one. I
I'm
like
impressed.
that one. So, but like if I don't know you from whoever else, like I've seen him as a customer a couple times and then he was going to work at our store, but then for whatever else, he started at another store. And then he just, like, comes in and just really, irritated me. And I'm just wild. Like, do not try me. That's why I wrote that on my Instagram profile. Because it's pretty accurate.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering what inspired you to do that.
Like, every day at work.
We have a bunch of comments right now. We have Steve Lightman says, you and that language which I can never understand. What language?
What, Shamforce?
Like... We didn't even speak Shamforce yet. I think because I said beef intro.
Yeah.
Hey,
probably.
hey, Steve, where you from? You knew Dro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you need to know Dro.
Because hi.
That's on your menu, you know, when you're ordering.
Not the stretched one.
What?
Get it? Because the paper story.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Keep up.
Oh, wow. Emily Pearson, artist and co-creator of Snapflash Hustle, the best comic of this year, says, hi, Amy and Pat.
Hi.
Hello. Charlie Stickney says, who wrote that amazing song? It was written by, I'm not sure if you have ever heard of him, but the name is Leinard Skynard. Okay?
Wait, which theme song? Which theme song?
The one that I sang a little bit before.
Okay.
I don't even know what the fuck I said, but it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was it was that Leonard Skinner joint, you know?
Okay.
Steve Lightman says, I take part in only what I like, not the drama of others. Was he a baby? Because they don't understand social interaction.
He's a high schooler, so yeah.
Amy actually spent so much time with a baby this weekend.
Aw, and she asked me to babysit today until 7 too, but I have to be home to record the podcast and do things at home today. So
She's still asking to babysit.
I want to too when I can, because her kids are mad cute. Yeah, I hung out with them yesterday, and one of them is so young. I think he's less than 6 months old.
Let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. If you ask me to babysit, not you,
Yeah.
if you ask me to babysit, never.
I'll do it.
You'll do it? I'll never do it. I'll do it for $100,000.
Because I'm the fun babysitter.
If you make it rain on me, I'll do it. I'll watch your stank ass baby. I'll wipe that nasty ass for $100K. I'm there.
But
okay?
you'd rather me do it.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking to the parents.
Oh yeah.
I'm way more fun.
Than me?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking
with
about?
the kids.
I'm so fun with kids.
I actually haven't seen you interact with many kids.
You know, I would
'cause
say
the
to a
only kids
kid-
we interact with are older. Our nieces and nephews on your side.
Oh yeah, those aren't even kids anymore, really.
They're like teenagers.
Here's how fun I am to a kid. You be the kid, okay?
Hi, Pat.
Hello.
Oh my God.
Shake
You're
it.
gonna handshake a kid?
Do you not understand role play? You're the kid.
I know, but I'm already.
Watch. Okay? Are you ready for this shit?
Okay. Hi, Pat.
Hello, child.
What is that?
You put your hand onto it. That's kind of like a pussy. Just put this
What's a
part.
pussy?
You'll find out. You put this part on this part. Watch. And then I'll crush the hand, right?
Ow.
And then don't you tell your fucking parents.
I'm a great role player.
Child, what is your favorite show on TV?
SpongeBob.
I would go through lengths to find SpongeBob. A marathon. Put that shit on, and then I would do my work next to the child.
That's true. They do like the TV. And TV is so, for the kids, it's so extensive nowadays. The stories and all of the characters and everything on the shows they watch, it's crazy. And there's so many of them. They can be watching the TV for hours if you let them. It's not go walk outside sometimes.
Yeah, you go outside and play Pokemon Go.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh, I forgot. I chose the word pussy for a reason there. For a transition.
Okay.
My mom is hilarious.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yo, this is such a random weird story to share, but my mom is the sweetest lady.
She's an angel.
She really surprised us with some fucking smoke she had this weekend.
Some profanity.
Yeah. We were watching Lost, and we're in season 3, the first half. And Charlie comes over to Claire, and he's asking her out on a picnic. He's being sweet. And she said, my mom says, I don't like him like this. He's not good for her like this. And I laughingly, I knew she was about to go on some bullshit, you know?
Mm-hmm. You were egging her on.
Oh, yeah. I said, like what? And she said, like a pussy. Let me tell you.
Couldn't believe it. That came out of her mouth.
If you gave me 10,000 rebuttals that she might say, like he's being too sweet, like he's being too sensitive.
Or even like a little too wimpy, she might say. Soft.
Too pussy? I would have never
That's
imagined.
how you know she's hanging out with you a lot.
Yo, I don't even say pussy that much.
But I feel like she's like going harsher.
Oh, like she was like trying to get in on it a little
Right.
bit.
She was trying to dish out the smoke.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I fucking loved it. I ate that shit up.
Cute.
I didn't even agree.
She's like 80 pounds.
I didn't even agree.
She's like a pussy.
I was shocked, and she went off. Okay, she really did. She kept going on about it, about how he's a pussy.
Yeah.
And then later on, she felt bad about it. She,
I know.
she like apologized to Charlie when she saw that he was like,
himself.
he redeemed him, but to me, he was just asking this girl to go out.
But even then, she was like, "Fine, I like him."
Like
that.
Yeah.
With disdain.
It made me wonder, like, if my mom saw some of the sweet shit that I said to you, what would she say about me? You know? Bless you.
She'd be proud of you.
I want everyone in the comments section of the live stream to say "bless you" to my wife.
Nah. Say the most pussy thing you've ever said to your significant other.
Yeah, I mean,
what is that? You know, how do you even
how do you?
that?
Because like you're supposed to be softer with your significant
Right.
other. So what is like some pussy shit that I said to you?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Like I love you. I want to ask my mom. Hey, is it pussy to say I love you? Come on, yo.
Like what was what's his name?
Charlie
in the show doing specifically.
Yeah.
That brought about that.
You know what it was?
Maybe
probably?
just like following her around like a puppy.
I think it was his voice.
Yeah.
He had like a.
He was moping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zach O'Connor says, "Bless you." Hey, thank you, Zach. Thank you.
Yo, Zach, we have to plan a time where we can like get a beer or something because we have a gift for you.
Yeah, we have something to give to you, Zach.
And so text me or something. I'll slide up in your DMs or whatever.
Let's do
on
it.
Insta. Yeah, it'd be cool. The weather's getting really nice too, so we can like go outside or something.
So listen, I want to cover this briefly because we've been our YouTube viewers demand that we cover it.
Okay.
So I think about a week and a half or so ago, Screwface John, who is a rapper who we've reacted to a bunch of times, put out a diss record to the rapper Upchurch. Now, Screw's first record was called Sunday School, and in the record he calls Upchurch racist, and he says a bunch of things about Upchurch. He pretty much had bars for Upchurch, you know. And in the reaction video, I predicted what would happen. First of all, I like the song.
Oh, nice.
I did. What?
Sorry.
You read it now.
Zach O'Connor said that he's coming to CradleCon, which is a local convention that
Yes.
we're working at this weekend. So that's awesome, and that's a perfect time.
Gotta speak about CradleCon later on the podcast.
Yeah.
But for sure, Zach will have your gift there.
Nice.
Awesome. So we did a reaction to Scru's video. Enjoyed it. We enjoy beef, you know? We love seeing two rappers go toe to toe.
Drama.
Yeah, it's always fun. Then the comments came in, and what I did, because I knew Upchurch has a much larger fan base than Screwface John on YouTube, so I knew that just seeing how the like ratio to dislike ratio on both Screw's video and on the few reactions that were positive toward the song, I knew that we would get a wave of negative comments and dislikes, and it was by far our most disliked video ever, even though I'm happy to say that our likes outnumber the dislikes by a good amount. And I think that's because in the video, I don't think that we handle it from I know that we don't handle it from a biased area. It's the only reason that we've reacted to all of Screw's videos so far, that since we started to react to him in, I think, like February, is because we've enjoyed them. Mm-hmm. And accusations of bias just from reactors to me, because we got those. Like people said, you have to be biased to like this. And to me, I think that you need to be a fan of hip hop in general to like this, because here's the thing: you can say anything in a battle. People were accusing Screw himself of being racist for saying that Upchurch is racist, and I called that because I have seen these things before. I've been a fan of so many battles before. I have sat through these, and we didn't react then because we weren't reacting then. But I know how this shit goes. In the video, I said a couple of things. I said people are going to say that Screw is racist for calling Upchurch racist. People are going to say that, and also just in general, that this song isn't going to win any of Upchurch's fans over, because Upchurch has a very southern fan base, and Screw, I think, has Upchurch has a specific appeal, and he dominates that genre. Screw, I feel, is a rapper's rapper. You know, I will put on Screw after a Drake or an Eminem, when I feel that Upchurch more falls into the genre of like Adam Calhoun or a Yellow Wolf type thing. He is, I feel, the biggest artist in that genre probably, but I wouldn't put Screw in a subgenre of rap. I just see Screw as rap, you know? Mm-hmm. Whereas Upchurch is country rap, or I've seen the term hip hop tossed around. So going in, I knew that Screw wasn't going to win to them. And I said in the video, and this is why I think that some of the Upchurch fans didn't mind that we liked the song, is I said, to me, this is a good song, but this isn't going to win over any of Upchurch's fans, because they don't agree with your concept. That's what my take was. And I was right. Like, I didn't see any Upchurch fans say, hey, Screw has a point here. Mm-hmm. It's to me more hip hop fans that are like, oh, they're ready for the beef. Because the truth is, in the comments, and I engage with almost every comment because I wanted to have the conversation to show people I value their subscribe to us, even though they don't agree with our video. I wanted to show that appreciation and have conversation with anyone who comes in. And a lot of what was coming up was that people didn't seem to agree with the concept that you can say anything in a rap battle, and that goes. Like
they thought that there were boundaries.
Yeah, like people were very, very protective of Upchurch, and I get that as a fan. Like, I'm a fan of Tegan and Sarah. When Tyler, the creator, had something negative and nasty to say about them, I didn't like that because that wasn't a rap battle.
Yeah, that wasn't like a call to action for a response because they're not even in the same genre of music.
That's exactly what it is. Upchurch, I was seeing so much defense of Upchurch against Screw, and in the back of my head, I was like, but Upchurch is going to respond. He's going to respond, and this is going to be a battle. So, I mean, here's my perfect example to me. We love Drake. I think Drake is my favorite rapper ever. I really fuck with Drake. Drake had a beef with Pusha T last year. Pusha T said horrible things about Drake, Drake's family, Drake's friends in his diss track. That didn't have any negative impact on my enjoyment of Pusha T's music at all. I prefer Drake so much more to Pusha T, but I knew it was a rap battle, right? I knew that this is the arena for this. It gets nasty. And then after that, we can enjoy both artists the same, right? And I didn't feel that there was an agreement about that in this battle. So this made me kind of not even want to talk about this because it didn't seem like a battle in good faith to the fans. To the artists, it did. But it felt more like... It felt honestly like reactors were scared to react to this and scared to say positive things about Screw and even his response because they knew that they'd be flamed. And it made me think that these reactors out here in these streets, all of them, maybe not 5 of you guys, it made me think that all your reactors are, to quote my mom, pussy. So what if someone leaves a negative comment? So what if someone disagrees with you? Okay? It's a hip hop battle. If you're offended by someone saying that someone's racist in a hip hop battle, 1, they might not mean it. 2, even if they do, it's a rap battle. So that just set me off to a negative start with this. And that and the accusations of our bias came in when people were saying, oh, so you're just going to react to Screw and not the 3 follow-up songs? Let me tell you something. We record reaction sessions like once every 3 weeks, right? And here's my favorite thing about Upchurch's role in this. And this is why Dax, to me, Dax is about to come out with a response to Screw and Crypt 3 months later. Upchurch took 1 day. Screw took 1 day to reply. And then Upchurch replied the same day.
Half a day.
That is fucking hip hop. Okay, so kudos to Upchurch and Screw there. That to me is what I expected and what I told fans was going to happen. People were in my comments saying Upchurch isn't going to respond. This is an attack on his character. And I was thinking like, I don't think that's true at all. I think he's going to for sure respond. If Upchurch is the rapper that you guys all follow, he gets this, I feel, in a way that some of the fans didn't. The fans, in my opinion, did seem to come around. It seemed that after Screw's second song, where he ends with "Let's Get a Beer," that I think that maybe showed them that there was no actual hatred or aggression there, and that it really does end after the songs end. So what I want to do here is just do a brief positive and negative about each song, and just play a minuscule clip of each song. I'll play my favorite few bars from each song because we listened to these once each. We didn't study them. We don't have time to do a last minute reaction because our next reaction is not even scheduled yet. I'm still editing from that last reaction session where we did the first song. It was just too quick for us, you guys. It's not bias. It's just that this channel, the podcast is part of our company, and this is much easier to do quick shit with because we don't even edit this. But the reaction videos, they take so long for me to edit. Doing 4 songs in a weekend when we don't even usually post videos on the weekend, it's impossible for me. I'm a full-time writer. I do this shit for fun. A lot of people made it not so fun trying to accuse me of being biased because we did 1 song and then we're going to do the next 3 a few weeks later, okay? Sorry we're slow. So first, I'll just play a little clip of Upchurch's reply, which is called Blue Face Jean. No, Blue Jean Face. I do want to say this has a beat from an Eminem song. Eminem, it's going to be so quick. Do not copyright claim our video. Please. Here we go.
Oh damn, I think you shot right through my MAGA hat. No, you're not that accurate, and I wasn't even wearing that. This man just drank a monster, now he thinks he's going savage, shooting at me with a BB gun all the way in Nebraska.
Okay, so I'm going to play about 4 bars from each song, and I think that this is the one that was the opening to the song. I didn't love the song. I'll say that. So I'm sure the dislikes are going to fucking rain down on me, but the one thing I want to say very positive about the song is that I feel that a lot of Upchurch's fans were saying that Scru was wrong to diss him because Upchurch's call out to Scru was a mistake. He thought they were talking about that guy Spaz Reacts. So the Scru was wrong to even diss him in the first place. It was a misunderstanding. And 2, the Upchurch isn't racist. So to me, in a response in a battle, you address what was said about you and you rebut with insults. Upchurch mostly in here just had new insults. He didn't clarify that bar wasn't about, not bar, that sentence wasn't about Screw. And he didn't harp on the racist thing. What he did do was he backed up his fans who said that Screw shouldn't be focusing on that. And that I expected. But the one part that I thought was a great rebuttal was he twisted Screw's line. Screw makes a comment about shooting him through his MAGA hat, and Upchurch has a double entendre here where he says, "Oh damn, you just shot right through my MAGA hat. Oh, you're not that accurate, and I wasn't even wearing that." So that's the best bar sequence in the whole song, I feel, because he takes what Screw said and he twists it by saying you're wrong in 2 ways. You're wrong. Well, 1, you are an accurate shot. 2, you aren't accurate by saying that I wear a MAGA hat because I am apolitical, right? And I thought that was, it started the song in a way where I felt, oh, this is going to be like some like back and forth shit. And I do wish he addressed more of what Screw said, but I can't say that he had to have, because the fan base was already on his side. They already agreed with him, and he more echoed what they were saying, that Screw was like, he made some references to Screw's politics and stuff, and that he's like a puppet for what he's saying. And I can't say that was the wrong route, because the truth is, my coffee's turning off, that his fan base agreed, and if you ask his fan base, he won that exchange because they agree with everything he said and none of what Screw said. And that to me is just a mark of, these are 2 very different genres. The overall arcing genre is hip hop. The overarching genre that is hip hop, but they're 2 very different rappers to the point where they're never gonna convince one another's fan bases. And then I'll play just a sequence from Screw's reply, Joe Dirt 2, which that also, again, just playing on the whole South thing, not going to win over many of those fans. But I thought that this was the strongest song of the 4. And the Upchurch's second reply was his strongest for a specific sequence that I really liked a lot. But here we go.
I'm shaking back with racist. White House with Nebraska. I don't ever really got a point to make besides damn. That's ass, bro.
So, yeah, he said, you rhyme shake and bake with racist, White House with Nebraska. I don't have a point to make, but that's ass, bro. One thing that Screw does that is what makes us like him a lot is he has a multi-syllabic rhyme scheme. And he switches flows many times throughout the entire song. That's not bias. That's why we liked him to start with. It's crazy that you have to say that. You guys, if you disagree, talk to us. We're fine. People can think different things. We don't hate you guys for preferring a different rapper. It's just music. I mean,
True.
Fucking, so that was again, the best sequence in that song is that references Upchurch's diss. I like when these songs not only attack one another, because anyone can do that. I like when you take a piece of your competitor's song and put that back against them.
It's like a direct back and forth.
Exactly. And then in the final song, Upchurch had a sequence about Pokemon and anime, because Scru calls his blade, I don't know what the fuck you call it, I think a machete, maybe it is. I'm not a knife expert, but he calls that shit Machop, like the Pokemon. So Upchurch had this to say.
Going grab a chop, you tryna poke me, mine's that ghost. Use thunderbolt and turn to ashes when I catch 'em. Got gym leaders on my balls, I heard you fuck with anime. So gamayama. You beat me, it's like Krillin versus Vegeta.
So this to me is the proof that you guys should have been having fun with this shit the whole time. It's just fun for these guys. Like here, Upchurch does a lot more jokey references. You know, he's talking about go and grab a chop. You trying to poke me, man? Zapdos used Thunderbolt. He's going in on the nerd bars, and I fuck with that. Like this is where I was like, I fuck with this way more than the first one, you know, because this has more clever bits. It's funnier, and it really feels like the spirit of the battle, you know. And I'll just end this sequence by saying, we want to cover this kind of shit in the future. We want to have fun with it. But if you guys are just going to be so mad about it, how can this be fun? Let's just have some fun, you guys. It's just bars. It's just bars, you know? I can make a diss song to you, you know?
Yeah. You enjoy making rap songs occasionally, you know?
Oh, yeah. Did I put you to sleep?
No, I'm just tired from work. I have a plan for the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
I'm going to feed my rodents, take a nap, and then I want to go to Target. If you want to go to Target with me.
Steve Wisnowski is watching the live stream.
What's
Hey, Steve.
up, Steve?
Steve is my best friend, who I called out on the episode, I think 32. My beef with my best friend, Steve. Let me tell you
That's him
something.
right there.
Steve, if you don't come on our podcast, I'm going to suck your dick. I'm going to have to do it.
What's up, Steve? So anyway,
Sorry to interrupt.
no problem. It's just go to Target. And then are you going to make dinner?
I don't know.
If not, we can get it while we're out going to Target.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going out this time. Oh, Steve likes it. Steve loved it.
He loved it.
So, Steve, are you going to come on our podcast, or are you going to have to
Zapdos.
Zapdos?
He won't talk. He was just reacting.
He just sending
Now
those
he said,
emojis.
wow.
So yeah, let me tell you something.
That's so Steve.
Respect to both Screw and Upchurch, you know, for having a fun battle. We had fun with you guys. Fan base, we're gonna have fun with you. I don't know, but don't roast us in the comments, okay? Because hey, we're brave enough to take it, but let's just have fun instead.
Yeah.
Like here's the truth of it, you know. Like a lot of these reactors don't edit their videos, you know, and that's cool. Some of that shit looks way better than ours as far as like the lighting and shit goes. It's much more professional. I know that No Life Shaq, who by the way got shouted out in Chris D'Elia's podcast. Whoa.
Nice.
Whoa, Life Shack, horrible joke, you know. He has this like fancy gaming chair. Hey guys, we want that shit.
We have a fancy cat blanket.
We do. But the truth is, to make up for what we don't have, I edit these shits 4 hours. It takes so long because I put those little quirky like zooms and shits in. I edit.
It changes my voice to be like, whoa.
Yeah, I change your voice. Like, say, if Amy quotes like DMX, you know, I'll put DMX's face over hers. Okay? I'll put your comments in. Everything that we reference, I try to spice it up a little bit, you know? And it takes a long fucking time. So, I don't know, you know?
He works hard. Don't hate on him.
Yeah, I work hard. So just know that these take a long time. But also, the truth is that not only do I have a full-time job writing and running my own business, but I have been syringe feeding our cat, washing him, wiping him off multiple times a day. This shit is hard. I don't have enough patience to deal with the printer guy trying to dismiss me. Don't make me mad on YouTube too, you guys. Let's just have fun with this shit. Okay? But yeah, I'm going to talk about what Zach brought up. We are here. We're going to have our first home show. Space Between is going to be is going to have a booth at a Comic-Con. I'll have my personal booth, and next to us is going to be the Space Between booth. It's going to be at CradleCon at the Cradle of Aviation in Garden City, New York. That is on Long Island.
Woo.
Longest line, okay? Come through. Gonna debut 2 books there. Gangster S Barista, which begins to ship to Kickstarter backers today. Thanks, Print Shop. And Spooky Girls, which begins to ship to Kickstarter backers, I believe, Friday. We have 2 new banners. I'm currently waiting for those to arrive at my door. Yeah, I'm very excited. You know, I'm excited to bring this company into the Comic-Con world for the first time ever.
It's going to be so cool. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
A fun debut.
Definitely. And besides that, what else do I have to say today? I'll say this. I stopped the fight last night.
Oh, I thought you were talking about humans.
I heard a vicious fight between 2 of our cats, Odo and Neil. See, Neil, I relate to. I went into the print shop. I felt so proud I was keeping myself not pissed. And then all of a sudden, the dam broke. Neil's dam's been breaking every night because that motherfucker's on a diet. Neil's a fat boy. Yo, this is crazy. Neil would always, for years now, he screams for food. Neil is,
food driven.
Neil is turning 5 this year. He always screams for food. However, since on a vet recommended move, we cut his food by 1/4.
He's pissed. He can tell.
Oh, yeah. Because get this. Before he would scream for food. Now, I'll leave his food out. He'll start eating. He's fucking wolfs it down, you know? They're going to change that phrase to kneels it down. He kneels that shit down. And then I go in a different room to feed the other cats because he'll eat the food. He'll fucking jukes it from them, you know? I'll close the door. I'll be feeding Hoyt. And then I'll hear suddenly from the door, behind the closed door, I'll hear, whoa. He finished his food. He's sad. He wishes there were more. He's so fucking pissed.
He's pining for more food.
Oh, he loses his shit. So last night after they ate, he was on a fucking good one. A rampage. Running around screaming. And something must have popped off with our cat Odo. And by the time I got there, they had made a picture fall down on both of them. They were screaming. Odo was a Halloween cat. None of our cats have ever felt this way before. Ever.
It was vicious. So I hear.
Yeah, so
I was asleep.
I
didn't wake up.
I went between them. I took their 2 chests and I went like this. And then Odo took the chance to run away. And then Neil, the second he was not fighting anymore, he starts doing like slope links. Like I'm like, yeah, I know it feels good to not be fucking
asshole.
murdered. You know, I told Neil I speak to them like they're humans. You know, I was like, listen, Odo is a hard cat to cut his nails. You could have gotten fucked up. I told him that. I was like,
he said, watch yourself.
I was like, you could have been here dangling your eyeball out. Odo's claws are like talons, okay? You could have gotten fucked up, I told my cat Neil.
Talons. Okay? That means talons.
Yeah.
Everyone.
And then later on, this part's cute. The resolution's cute. Odo really only is affectionate toward Wesley. Until now. I was downstairs and Neil, I saw them pass one another real quick, you know, and then things calm down about an hour later, and I see Odo go up to Neil and headbutt Neil in love, and then he did it 2 more times since from then to now. He did it twice more. First time I've ever seen that shit.
That's cute though.
Yeah, it's like Odo saying, "I'm sorry that I would have killed you for what you did to me." No.
He just said, "Don't let it happen again."
No, it should happen again. But, is that it?
I think so.
Got anything else to add?
No, just thanks everyone for being here.
Yes, thanks for chiming in. We are going to be again at CradleCon this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But also, what I want to spotlight real quick is we have no Kickstarter of the week this week except our own.
Oh, that's right.
We've launched a new Kickstarter for our book, CLONSTERS. It is now a bit over 50% funded.
Nice.
It is on Kickstarter right now. It's an all ages book, but we say all ages. We mean all ages. All ages has become this catch-all phrase for kids' book. Not in our case. We designed this book for adults to like it as much as kids. When we're writing this book, we are laughing our butts off. And I say butts because we don't curse in the book, you know?
Right.
No curse in the book. So it is for kids too, but it is as much for adults as it is for kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can enjoy the book.
Absolutely.
And the art is super fun. It's gorgeously illustrated by Vanessa Cardinale, who is the artist of Volume 1. You can get Volume 1 and 2 together. You can just jump on for Volume 2. Whatever you want. It's a friendly reading experience for all readers. And if you missed any of my previous Kickstarter books, jump in right now, okay? Jump in on Kickstarter. We are going off, okay?
That's right.
Now we're out of here. Thanks for watching. I see Cassandra Porter in the comments on the live stream who actually just pledged to CLONSTERS.
Nice.
So
Thank you
thank
so
you so much
much
for that. And we are out. Thanks for watching the podcast.
Good night.
Space between.